What is a class? So Java is a purely object-oriented programming. That means if we want to perform any kind of simple operation, we have to do it inside a class. So what is a class? Let's take an example. If I make a class of student, curly brackets open and close, now student is a class. Now you can think of a class is like a capsule. Okay, so in capsule you will get the vitamins, minerals which are related to that medicine. Suppose you have a multivitamin medicine and it is in a form of a capsule. So in multivitamins it will give you all kind of vitamins it can provide inside of a capsule. Okay, so that means that vitamins are related to that multivitamin. Now here is the student, and student, if the student is a capsule, what a student can have? Student can have string name, a student will have a name, and int roll, a student will also have a roll number. Okay, so roll number. Now student can also have a class. Okay, so int class, not a class as because class is a keyword, so we have to write class this. Okay, now a student will have a name, every student has a name, and every student has a unique roll number, and every student belongs to a class. Suppose a student of class 5, class 8, class 10th, 11th, 12th. Okay, so these details are related to this student. That means name which is related to a student, roll number, and class. Now these are the variables, and as we are declaring these variables inside a class, these variables becomes instance variables. The functionality is same, just the name changes. Okay, now for functions, if you want to write a function, void show details. So this is a function definition, so I can write name plus name and roll and class. Okay, so this is just a print statement. So in C you will see just printf, and in Java we have to write system.out.println, or we can also write just print. Okay, so this is the syntax of Java, and here I am concatenating the variables and my message. Do not have to specify the formats of our variable, like it's integer, it's string, or it's character. Okay, so it is a function definition. As this function is inside of a class, this function becomes a method. In C# or C++, where class creation is not mandatory, if you create a method, declare or define a method outside a class, it's known as a function. It's just a function, and when you define that function or declare that function inside of a class, only the term changes to that method. If I declare the show details method outside this class, it will not support, as because Java is a purely object-oriented programming, but in C# or C++, this will known as a function. And if I declare this function inside or define this function inside a class, as here, the term changes to method. Okay, so now this method displays the details of the student. So how can we access the instance variables or the methods inside of a class? So simply we have to make object s1 equal to new Okay, so now here S1 is our new object, and this student is the class reference, as because we have to give the reference of our class. Okay, and S1 is our new object. And why it is new? As because we are mentioning by using new keyword that S1 will be a new object. If we want to create another object, okay, we just have to use this syntax and we have to give another object name S2. Now this student and first bracket open close, this is the constructor of a class. Now this constructor helps to create a object of our class. Okay, so without this constructor, this S1 is not a valid thing, as we can declare this, but it is not an object. It is now a class reference variable. Okay, so in order to make it an object, we have to do this equal to new and the student constructor. And for this video we are going to use only just one object. Now how we are going to assign the value? So S1 dot name equal to a new name Ram. Okay, so now this name variable inside a class has a value Ram. Now S1 dot roll number equal to 10. Okay, now S1 dot class, 5th class. Okay, so now all those three variables, instance variables, has value. These variables are initialized. Now if I want to see the details of my students, I will just do S1 dot show details, as because to access the every elements or every method of a class, we have to make an object. And if we want to access any kind of instance variable or methods, we have to use the dot operator, object name dot operator, and then the instance variables or the methods which are available inside a class. Now this is similar to the structures in C. Okay, so if we create a structure in C, we can access by using the structure variable or structure pointer, and with respect to variable we had to use dot operator, and in case of pointer we had to use the arrow operator to access the variables. But in Java, as we are using a class, we can also define methods inside of it. Okay, so with the same thing, variable name dot show details. If I run my program, you will see the name Ram, role 10 and class 5. So this is how you can access the instance variables of your class and the methods of your class by creating an object of that class.